Hi all, this is Mary. You all must have heard fairy tales and movies where everyone knows that a prince always comes to save the princess. But will this always be the case? The first movie of this series that came in 2001 was one of the best movies of that time, which changed the concept of prince and princess. This move is based upon an ogre, which means a monster. Then, without making you wait, we will take you to meet him. At the beginning of the movie, an author reads a book where he talks about fairy tale where a princess used to stay in a castle. And to protect her there was a dragon. That princess had got a curse that she could not get out from there, and a prince would come to wake her up. Only then we come to know that a monster is reading all this and tears the page of the book and says that it doesn't happen like that and that no prince can save any princess. After which we see the main lead character of the movie, who was a very horrible and dirty monster named Shrek. He used to live in a swamp. He used to bathe there and brush his teeth with the worm and used to eat the eyes of the animals. All the people living in the town named Duloc wanted to kill this monster so that they could live safely. That's why they make a plan once and goes to Shrek's house so that they can burn down Shrek's house, but Shrek scares them by coming from behind. Shrek wasn't a bad monster, so he just scares the people came there and doesn't kill them. Outside his house he finds a brochure saying that there is a reward for the fairy tale character. All the people who had fairy tale characters were called by the king. People were going to exchange those characters for some money. Some of these characters were magical, while some were speaking. That's when we get to see a donkey. The owner says that this donkey can speak. The soldiers tell her that if the donkey speaks, then she will be getting 10 coins. The donkey didn't want to go, so was not talking. Only then some magical dust drops on top of him and now he starts flying. The donkey starts talking and says that he can fly as well as talk, but soon the magic ends and he falls down to the ground. As soon as the donkey falls, all the soldiers run to catch the donkey. The donkey runs towards the forest. There he finds Shrek and hides behind him. Shrek scares the soldiers and makes them go away. After that, donkey gets behind Shrek and follows him and tells him that the two will have a good combination. He says that he will stay with him, but Shrek loves to stay alone. Shrek even scares the donkey, but he is not afraid and follows him till his house. But Shrek does not invite him inside the house. Donkey says no problem and he will stay. At nightfall, Shrek was enjoying his dinner, but then he enjoys the food to himself. Then there one by one many guests come to Shrek's place. All these guests were the fairy tale characters. All this were being done by the king. When the soldier had told the king that a monster lives here, the king had sent all the fairy tale characters to harass the monster. Frustrated by all these things, he sends everyone out of the house. When he comes out, he sees there are many people outside from the fairy tale, so he asks everyone who has sent them here. So, they tell him that Lord Farquaad has sent them there, so he says that he will go to the king now and get you out of there. These people become happy because if he goes out, they will get a house to stay. But Shrek doesn't have any idea of the way to the castle. When he asks them to go to the castle with him, no one gets ready to go with him. Only the donkey was ready to go with him. Even though Shrek didn't want to take him, he has to take along with him. In the next scene we see Lord Farquaad troubling a small cookie. Then a magical mirror was brought to him. Lord Farquaad had not yet become the king. The mirror tells him that he just have to get married and shows him 3 princesses. The first one is Cinderella, the second one is Sleeping Beauty, and the third one is Princess Fiona, who lives in a castle where a dragon keeps a guard of her. But before he listens fully, he chooses Fiona. Now the question comes, who will go there to get her? The next day morning Shrek reaches to Lord Farquaad castle, so that he can take his house back. Inside the castle there was the selection of the soldiers were going on. Lord Farquaad was a very timid prince. He tells the soldier that whoever wins will get a chance to bring the princess. He wanted to save his own life. Just then Shrek comes there, and everyone gets scared of him. Lord Farquaad tells the soldier that whoever defeat this monster will get the chance to get the princess. Shrek was very big and beats all the soldiers very easily. Lord Farquaad says that Shrek has won and defeated all the soldiers and now he will be going to get the princess. But Shrek makes a deal with Lord Farquaad saying that when he comes back with the princess he will give him back his house. Donkey tells Shrek that the prince is playing game with him and he should not listen to him, but Shrek tells him that he needed his house back and for that he can do anything. For this reason, Shrek did not wanted to take Donkey with him, but Donkey would not leave him and follows him. They travel a very long distance to reach the place where they see a castle surrounded by lava and there is a bridge to reach the castle. While going through the bridge, the donkey gets scared. Shrek scares him more and helps him cross the bridge. Now both had to find the dragon and the princess. Inside, Shrek wears an armor and tells Donkey that he will take care of the dragon and asks him to find the princess. But by mistake Donkey encounters the dragon. The dragon gets angry and starts spewing everywhere. Here, Shrek, while trying to catch the dragon, holds his tail, but as soon as the dragon moves his tail, Shrek goes straight and falls into the princess's room. The angry dragon breaks all the way and then Donkey gets trapped. The clever Donkey starts praising the dragon, saying that she is very beautiful, and her teeth are so beautiful and she is looking as if she has just came out of the parlor. The dragon spares the donkey and takes him along with her. On the other side, the princess learns that someone has come to save her and that he would be her first love. But Shrek straight away picks her up and takes her with him. The poor princess keeps saying that you are a prince, you should come in a good way, sing a song and then propose her. Shrek tells her that there is no time for all those stuffs and they have to get out from there. Fiona gets to know that he has not yet killed the dragon and they must fight the dragon. The poor donkey was trapped with the dragon. Just then Shrek comes there to save the donkey. Shrek ties a chain at the dragon's neck and runs from there. As soon as the dragon starts running forward, she gets entangled herself. At the end, they try to cross the bridge, but the dragon spews fire again from his mouth, due to which the bridge burns and breaks. But Shrek saves them both and leaves from there. They finally comes out from there. The dragon was left alone. After coming out, Fiona starts telling that whoever has saved her life, she would like to see his face. Shrek forbids and tells her not to see his face, and he has been sent by Lord Farquaad to save her life. Fiona tells him that if he wanted to marry her, then he should have come to save her and she would not be going from there and to call him. After this, Shrek shows his face. Fiona somehow gets scared but does not tell anything and tells him that if she will go, then she will be going only with Lord Farquaad. Shrek, without listening further, picks her up and leaves from there. After covering halfway, when Shrek puts Fiona down, that is almost getting dark and they will put a hold there. She says she needed some stuff and goes inside some stones and tells them that they will meet in the morning. At night, Shrek and Donkey were about to sleep and they were talking with each other. Donkey asks Shrek that why does he stays alone. Shrek tells Donkey that no one liked to talk with him. Since childhood he looks like this, that people think that he is very bad, and they are afraid to come near him. That's why he stays alone. On which Donkey says that when he saw him for the first time, he was not scared of him. At this, Shrek says yes, but no one else likes him. Fiona was listening to all these conversations. Here Lord Farquaad was very eager to see your princess. Next morning, she wakes up and starts singing, then she makes breakfast for them. She tells Shrek and Donkey that she is embarrassed for what happened yesterday and they were fighting since they have met each other. She gives the breakfast to them and she says that they have to go far and let's go. After covering some distance, someone catches her and starts flirting with her. She is smart and starts fighting with them and beats them one after other. Shrek and Donkey were just standing there. Fiona does not leave one and beats them all. After seeing her wonderful fight, Shrek asks her how she knows all those stuffs. Fiona tells Shrek that if one has to live alone, he has to learn everything. We come to know that Fiona and Shrek make a good companion. They both jokes with each other and starts moving. It was about to get dark and the sun was about to set. Fiona tells that Donkey is so tired and insists to stay the night there even though the castle was very near from there. When Shrek and Fiona were having some food, Shrek feels that maybe he should tell Fiona that he likes her, but he didn't have the courage. At the same time, Fiona also thinks that if Shrek would have go ahead and tell her first, then it would have been great. Donkey understands everything and tells Shrek that he should go and talk with her and tell her because she will leave the next day. Shrek tells him that he is so bad looking and ugly, why would a lovely princess marry him? She must be afraid of him. Donkey tells him they will be able to know about that later and only when he talks with her. It was dark there now. Donkey thinks of going there by himself and tell Fiona about Shrek's feeling. But when Donkey goes inside and sees someone, he gets scared. Because some monster was there and not Princess Fiona. Donkey tells the monster that she had eaten the princess and asks her to take out the princess. The female ogre says Donkey to look at her and says she is the princess. Donkey says to her that what had happened to her, and that by evening she becomes ugly. And only a true lover can fix this, that is why she keeps searching for her prince. So that she will look like before. Now Donkey tells Fiona about Shrek, that he likes her. But Fiona tells him that she is so ugly that no one will like her, even Shrek will leave her. On the other hand, Shrek wanted to come to Fiona and he thinks of proposing her with a bunch of flower. But as he reaches there, he hears Fiona saying that who will love an ugly guy. She was telling this to herself, but Shrek thinks that she has said to him. With this misunderstanding, Fiona thinks of talking with Shrek and Shrek feels that Fiona has said bad of him. Due to this, Shrek stops talking with Fiona and tells Fiona that he has heard everything what she said. Fiona feels that Shrek got to know of her ugliness. During this argument, Lord Farquaad comes there and hands over his house and completes the promise. Shrek was just about to leave from there. Just then Lord Farquaad goes to Fiona and kneeling to her proposes her. Fiona, seeing such a small prince, gets upset as to what kind of prince he is. But she was angry on Shrek as well and she says yes for the proposal and the marriage will be not tomorrow but today. On the other hand, in anger, Shrek asks Donkey also to leave and says that he wants to leave alone and not to come with him. After this, Donkey also feels very bad and he goes on his way. At night, Shrek was alone and Fiona was also getting prepared for her marriage. Donkey meets the same dragon on the way. Donkey comes back to Shrek's house and tells him that half of his house is his as well and he also helped him helping the princess. So accordingly, half of his house is his as well. Shrek tells him that this house is his and he should go away from there. After this, they somehow ends their fight. Donkey tells Shrek to talk with Fiona at least once. Then he says that she thinks me very dirty and that he is so much ugly that she will never talk to him. Donkey tells him that he can't say anything to him and that they were not talking about him. Shrek gets excited and asks Donkey that of whom they were talking then. Donkey tells him that he should go to Fiona and ask about it. Shrek tells him that it is her marriage today and how can he go there. Then Donkey calls the dragon carries both to Fiona. Fiona was just about to get married to Lord Farquaad. Just then Shrek reaches there, who tries to convince her saying that Lord Farquaad is not at all suitable for her. He wants to become king, so he wants to marry her. But Fiona tells that why it bothers him whether she is marrying to him or not and he also doesn't loves her. Just then Shrek proposes her that he loves her. Fiona also tells him that she must tell something to him. Sunset was just about to happen and then Fiona turns into an ogre. All the people sitting there gets completely shocked that it is monster and not a princess. Shrek also starts thinking how has she changed so fast. Fiona tells him that she wanted to tell him the same thing. Lord Farquaad gets very angry and says that they are married now. He tells the soldiers to lock the princess inside the prison and he is the king now. Both Shrek and the princess were being held by the soldiers. Just then Shrek blows a whistle and a dragon comes there flying who swallows Lord Farquaad. After this Shrek kisses Fiona and in no time, everything starts changing and Fiona turns into an ogre. Fiona thought that her curse will be over when she finds a true love. But due to the true love she also turns into an ogre. After this Shrek and Fiona gets married. All the guests there in the marriage were the creatures from the fairy tale, who all were very happy seeing their marriage. With this donkey and dragon also starts their happy life. With this the story of princess and the demon ends. This movie has 4 parts, and you can watch the other parts as well in this channel. If you like our explanation, then please do like our video and subscribe to our channel. So, let's meet in our next video. Thank you.